So Ryan, we did something
Oh,
last time that kind of went over well.
it was fun.
Yeah. Why don't you give us me and Tori something else to do to
I call
improv?
it. I call it. How do we start this?
It's called How Do We Start This? All right.
Okay, let's see. We start this with.
You had the grocery
Uh,
store last time.
yes. Um. Uh. Tori is lost at Disneyland. At Disneyland, that's the one in California, mind you.
Yeah.
And Tom is a Mickey Mouse that
He's
she
a
asks to
cowfish.
give directions.
But
Go.
okay.
Oh.
Oh. Well, howdy ho there, little girl. What seems to be the problem? Oh, now don't cry. Disney, we have policy. Don't cry.
No, I didn't say Tori was a little girl. She was just crying and just felt.
Do you, do you, do you want a candy?
Ma'am, why are you crying?
Uh, okay, let's see.
Perfect.
A word out of those children. You can't get a single
But I
word.
didn't say you were a child, though.
And then I
You
drop
did.
kicked
You
the
said I was a little
shot.
girl.
You're a person lost at Disneyland.
You said little girl.
Did I say little girl?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Oh, I guess I'm the goof here. Oh man.
Welcome to the Communicast, everybody.
Jeez. Episode
60. Or,
No,
no,
we're beyond that.
Oh, yeah, it was. Are we 88? No, we were 88 last time. We're 89 now.
Yeah.
My God, are you saying we're almost at 100 episodes?
Well, we have a couple months left.
We have like
At least.
11 more episodes till 100.
Like at least 12 weeks, because face it, we're gonna need to blow off some steam 1 week during that time.
Yeah, for our 100th episode, we're gonna have a special guest. The guest we've never had on the show, Fred Wood. We're finally gonna get him on the show, guys.
Oh wow!
We're gonna go all out. We're gonna have Wooly.
I wonder if
on
he'll
the
like
100th
us.
episode. You can count on it here, folks. Wooly Wools of best friends.
Your discretion, Ryan is really drunk right now, and he doesn't know
I'm
what he's saying.
not
He doesn't know
drunk.
where he's at.
The only thing I've drank is the cool, refreshing taste of Dr. Pepper.
Well, it's not okay. So I've asked several people this, and they agree that Mr. Pibb is not a Dr. Pepper clone.
It's totally a Dr. Pepper
It's
clone.
not though.
It's not a Dr. Pepper clone. If it was, my mother would be happy with the fact that it's gone because she would have Dr. Pepper. But no, she's still Mrs. Dr. Pibb, so obviously it's not the same.
You just called it Dr. Pibb.
Dr. Pibb. I'm sorry, Mr. Pepper.
Point is Mr. Pepper. Okay.
Mr. Pepper, Dr. Pibb. It doesn't matter. I don't like soda.
My point exactly. It doesn't matter because you're both the same, except Dr.
I don't
Pepper's
like
better.
I don't like Mountain Sprite either.
Mountain Yellow.
Mellow Yellow's good.
Mellow Dew.
Have you ever had a frozen Mellow Yellow?
No.
Pretty good.
Oh.
Put them on those little popsicle
Like a-
trays.
I wouldn't mind like a mellow yellow slushy.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
They have this thing over at one of the bars I used to go to called it was a frozen Jack and Coke. Oh man, it was good.
That sounds pretty good.
They added more Jack than Coke. Sorry about that. Got really... anyways, on to the episode, guys. John's not here because
He's
Jerk is
got to work.
jerking.
He's got to work
Being
the
a
corner.
responsible man. He's a responsible man.
Is he?
Is he though?
He brings
He
home
says
the
he's
bacon.
doing an errand for work. I think he's just working the corner.
Yeah, that is his work. Remember?
Well, then we'll see him in an hour then, right?
Oh yeah.
Or
He's prob-
so.
He's probably gonna pop in and be like, "Hey guys."
Hey guys, I'm here.
2 hours later.
No, he'll get
Are
a
you
job in
still
like 2 minutes
recording?
and then he'll be done.
That's my
I'll be
John
back.
impression. Are you still recording?
What is he, Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog here.
Okay, can we not do Kermit the Frog? I know I started it, but
Yay!
God. It's like that video I posted on my Twitter. It's like these 2 dudes doing a Rick and Morty impression. And then just like, there's a dude with a gun just grabbing it from his lap, slowly bringing it to them. Like, oh man.
That's rude.
But yeah, so what have we been up to? We didn't do an episode last week. I think I was busy with stuff, and
You were busy installing that pool up in your attic.
yeah, doing that. Ryan, I think you were doing some life changes.
I was actually ready for the podcast by recording time.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, I'm ready to go. And you're like, nope, can't tonight. And I'm like, well, okay. Well, I'm tired anyways.
Tori was she was here too. I guess I was the irresponsible one then.
Here for a while, then it's like, I'm not even feeling it today. I don't know. It was slow last week, but we have stuff this week to talk about.
Because the America Day happened. How did
America
everyone
It
spend?
happened.
How did everyone spend the week? We'll start with Tori.
My week was pretty good. I realized I can go to San Japan.
Aw. Nice.
Oh shit! I still gotta register for that today before, like, the timer runs up and it gets like more expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna go to San Japan,
Nice.
and I also went to go see Spider Baby this weekend,
Nice.
where it's hosted by Alamo City Comic Con. So I went to the party with one of my friends, and I just had a great drunken dancey time. I won a T-shirt for answering a trivia question.
Nice. What is the T-shirt of?
It's an Alamo City Comic Con T-shirt, but it's got like a star, like it's kind of America themed.
Ah, this was near the 4th of July.
Yeah, I was near the 4th of July, so it's a nice shirt. It's blue. I like blue T-shirts. It's my favorite color. But yeah, the question I answered was, in the Superior Spider-Man arc, what villain took over Peter Parker's body?
Was it?
It was Dr. Octopus.
Oh.
Dr. Octopus.
Rah!
Just because you guys remember that meme?
Try not to.
I remember that meme.
Dr. Octopus.
Remember my Lunchables, but from those days, so yeah. That arc, that's a really strange arc. Like, it's surprisingly good, like, so I've heard, and I've read a bit of it myself, and it is very interesting. But like, the first arc is really dumb because Otto immediately thinks like, wait, I'm in Peter Parker's body. I can have Mary Jane. Haha, like, if I'm Peter, she'll have sex with me. But it doesn't work like that because, of course, since it's Otto and not Peter, like, mentally, Mary Jane's like, oh, that's really weird. You're feeling weird, Peter. I'm gonna go home. And so he's like, Drat! I've been foiled!
I'll never get this
It's
boner
okay.
away.
But then he realized, oh wait, I have all of his memories, including all the memories when they have been together. So literally he just jerks off to the memories of Mary Jane.
Fucking hilarious.
And then he remembered that in Homecoming, Aunt May is actually quite attractive.
It's a problem.
Can we talk about that? Speaking
But
of Spider-Man.
after weekends, we will get to that.
I was gonna say, if you want to get into that
Oh,
now, then
fuck.
We'll go through Tom's week and then Ryan's week, and then we'll go to Spoderman.
Okay.
Spooder Kitty. party. So yeah, I went to that party.
Wait, hold on.
I saw the
Why
movie.
Scooter Kitty? Like, he's not a cat.
I'll tell you why.
Tori has an
Oh, okay. I guess we'll find out.
Okay. Also, 4th of July weekend, just had a nice barbecue with my family and my friends. Made some s'mores, because s'mores are delicious.
Or what? Joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at it. Good night, everybody.
But yeah, so my week was pretty good. I mean, I have the day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a great week of sleeping in. You do.
Who do? You
Tom.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna prepare for one of my friends to stay with me for like a week or so, but he ended up canceling, so all that work was for naught.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever, as long as he's okay.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Worked up too.
What else did I do? I really didn't do much. I played a couple of games, and I watched a little bit of anime. On 4th of July, we went over to one of my mom's friend's house, and we went swimming. Because I've been wanting to go swimming for like a while now. That's fun. Yeah, we drank a lot there. We like drink a lot. Anyways, well, that was going on. The next day, I got a chance to play the Crash Bandicoot Insanity trilogy.
Oh.
Which it's okay. Like I say it's okay in the fact that like they completely reworked it, and you can tell like it looks fucking gorgeous. Like Crash 1 and 2 look amazing, and one of my favorites is Crash 3, and they did a sort of good job. The only problem about reworking the whole thing is that a lot of the physics are off. So Crash feels a little bit more floatier, which is not really good, and the hit detection on a lot of the platforms is a little wonky. So you really kind of that's a lot of people are saying like, oh well, I hate using this phrase, but they're like, oh man, this is the Dark Souls of platforming, and it's like, it's not really, but it's just the way that it's. Yeah.
So,
people have called it that. Yeah.
So I keep hearing that. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, people like,
because like,
and anybody, it's like it's 2017, and anything that's immediately hard, it's the Dark Souls of X.
But like the Dark Souls of platformers is like Dead Cells or Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not the thing is Crash 1 is kind of hard in the sense of like it has a lot of bullshit, and it's the same thing in Crash 2. But like I don't know. This is hard because a lot of the stuff is like the hit. Like I said, the hit detection is a little bit off on a lot of the platforms, and the jumps feel a little bit weirder than Crash 1, because like I went back because I have Crash 1 and Crash 2. I don't have Crash 3, so I didn't compare it to that. But it just feels off, and I really hope that they kind of fix that, or at least kind of revert it to the original, because it's not. I think it's fine, but like also people do have to acknowledge, or some people do have to acknowledge that that's kind of an issue. And people saying it's the Dark Souls of platform is fucking stupid. Like I really hate that phrase. It's the same thing like when Far Cry 3 came out. It was like, it's like Skyrim with guns. It's like, fuck off. You don't remember that?
That was a joke. I heard that as just a joke. People would say it's like, oh, Fallout 4 is Fallout 4 is the Skyrim with guns, and I'm like, what?
No, it was Far Cry 3.
Oh, Far Cry 3.
Far Cry 3 is the one that started it. They had an ad saying, they did like an interview with one of the producers, and he said it's like Skyrim with guns.
Oh,
And yeah, there's actually a box tweet. Like here's the actual like box of it.
oh. I remember when Skyrim was called Fallout or Fallout with Swords.
It's just it's so fucking stupid. Like I really hated that, but like anytime anyone kind of does that, it's kind of dumb. But like Crash Insane, I feel like was really like I said, looks fucking gorgeous. Some of the water effects look kind of weird, and some of the things like the water levels where you have to uh play as Coco in the speeder jet look really weird and kind of off to me. Playing as Coco was, I mean, it's playing as Coco. Like it's not really a big change, but you get to play as Coco, I guess. Um, I mean, in some of the darker environments, like the first couple of levels of Crash One, look fucking great. Um, Cortex's redesign, I really don't like. Crash's redesign looks okay. But yeah, I mean, like other than that, like everything is just like I'd say pick this up, not for the $60, but I'd pick this up. Wait till it's on sale or something.
Wait for the Fred deals.
Yeah, wait for a deal. Also there, I have cousins are into this game like hardcore. Clash Royale. Don't know why.
That one mobile game.
Yeah, I used to be really into it, but then it's just like a lot of the pay to win stuff is just kind of ridiculous, and I don't know. Yeah, that was just a surreal thing to see. Like being into mobile games is fucking weird to me. It's one of those weird concepts where it's just like, why because like they have like a clan, and then like because I get it if you're in like the Asian countries, like if you're in China, if you're in a lot of those countries that really didn't have a lot of video games because there was that ban for a while. But like playing Clash Royale kind of seriously doesn't really. I don't know. It was just a weird experience that I kind of wanted to like share. Was understand it, but there's a 2v2 mode now. Like you can that I think that's kind of cool. But like, do I get into Clash Royale? But yeah. Aside from that, play a little bit of Doomfist. We'll get to that when we get to talking about them. But yeah, that's about it. Ryan.
Nice. I moved to my girlfriend's house.
Nice.
That was the most of my week. Other than the Steam summer sale and how I spent probably too much money.
$2.
No, more like 100.
Why did you spend $100?
Because sales. Bought Bayonetta, Darksiders 2, Mass Effect 2, Far Cry 3, Doom,
I heard that
Prey.
game's like Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, Shovel Knight. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah.
Games with
I've been playing Civ 6 with you, Tom.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did.
And how did you forget? We stayed till like 3 in the morning and your computer crashed twice.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Fix your game, Civ.
Yeah, it turns out I suck at the game, but the reason why I suck at the game because I never know how I want to win.
Yeah.
So I played a bit this morning. I was like, all right, I want to go for the science win, and then I was winning that.
It's just that you have to allocate your resources.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff. The only thing that really gets me with Civ is like queuing up your production. That's my thing. I have a lot of trouble with. I can queue up my civics and research like all day because I know what I'm going for like right off the bat. But like production, it really changes because hey, fucking Brazil hates you making too many wonders, so he's gonna attack you for no reason. Or it's like, hey, you have a religion that I don't. Let's go to war. But I mean,
yeah, the game that
Civ,
I was America,
okay.
And my neighbors were France, the Congo, who else? Selvia or whatever, or Cynthia, or
Oh, Sithika.
Sithika. Russia. No, not Russia. That was the game I played. Dude, Russia fucking hated me.
Yeah.
The game I was playing with you. Is I was trying to go for the religious victory, and Russia is like, hold my beer.
Vodka.
Hold my vodka, and then it just completely destroyed me on the religious aspect. And then they're like, I'm also going to go to war with you. You have 2 cities, and I have 3 that are surrounding yours. And I somehow was kicking his ass in that aspect.
The instant like that, they sort of just, like, you can always tell when they're about to go to war with you at some points, where it's just like, hey, you see them building more armies outside of your city, and I hate it when that happens. It's just like, I know what you're doing, fucker. Don't do it.
I noticed when the last game, France was like putting a lot of units next to mine, but I was allied with them, and it's like, what is going on here?
Yeah, like a lot of the times too, they'll fucking open borders, but then they'll be like, nah, man, I just tricked you. I just wanted to get my armies in there, bruh. Like, oh, okay, well.
Oh, but if it does that, it'll kick them out of the border, so they have to like go back in. I've tried that actually once. Open borders and then declared war. It just pushed me outside of their borders again.
You have to wait a bit for it to do it. Like, they have to be like it's established there a little bit. Like, you can leave a warrior there for fucking a while, then as soon as you declare war, that warrior still stays there. But yeah, I mean, that was really fun. I like I said, I just have like my issues just queuing up other stuff, but we had fun. We had fun doing that, except when the crashing happened. And I set my computer's everything to low, so the next time that we go on, like, hope it doesn't fuck up again.
Yeah.
Because I know the first victory I go for is a cultural, and if that doesn't work out, I always have my backup as like a science, or like my lowest tier is like a religious victory. I really don't, or sorry, a money victory. Which fucking fix your AI for that shit, Civ.
Oh yeah.
Because the one time because I didn't know this, if you disconnect.
Your AI takes over.
Yeah, it takes over. What it should do is like, hey, this guy disconnected. Do you want to continue the game, or do you want to like wait for them? That would have been cool, but like, it just took over, and I had like over 900 gold, and when I came back, it was like 50, and I was like, what the fuck? And it's just like, yeah, only 2 or 3 turns went by, and they bought like catapults, they bought fucking granaries, they bought all this kind of shit without my knowing, and I was like, get the fuck. God. And it was making spies, and it was gonna take like 30 turns. Like, no, fuck you. Like, I want to make. I don't want to.
Yeah, you're playing France. France is supposed to use spies, yo. That's their default AI. They use a lot of spies.
Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going for culture. Like, I'm building wonders. I'm building. I have a lot of the wild cards where it's just like you get more for, great writers and great poets and great artists and all that stuff. So it's just like, wait, what the fuck do I care about what Rome thinks of me? It's like, whatever. I don't know. That game is just fun as fuck. You should buy it. That's like, yeah, spoilers.
It's still expensive though.
Yeah, it was on sale for like 40, but it's 60 now.
Yeah.
What's that shit that you were telling me with the DLCs? Probably not.
Yeah, the DLC is like, oh, you could buy one rate or one country for $5. It's like, oh, that's no. But one of them's Australia, so that's all right.
Main export is prisoners and dingoes.
Yeah. and dead indigenous people.
Yeah.
But enough about history.
Let's go.
I also saw Spiderman.
Yeah, let's get into that. I will.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning, guys. You guys are willing to go into spoiler territory.
Yeah, that's totally.
Cool.
Yeah.
I Gonna put up a spoiler warning now.
Right now.
And
no, not that one, Tom. The other one.
oh,
That one.
On a Fred?
Yeah.
As Spider-Man?
Spider Fred.
Whoa there.
Go.
Okay. So how do we like Spider Babby?
Okay, I did enjoy the movie. It was funny, and I did like it, but like grand as the other Spider-Man films. And also Spider Babby was very babby to the point where it almost had me rolling my eyes at some points. But it was really cute at other points. Other times I was like, come on, man.
I mean, to be fair, this is like the most of a high school student we've ever had in a Spider-Man, our movie Spider-Man. It's like the other characters are like above 20s. Like it's like hard to believe that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire was like still in high school.
Yeah, I know it was hard to believe, but like that kind of worked in its favor because then when they did like, big grand stuff, it wasn't like, oh no, but he's so small, he can't be able to do that. You just kind of trusted that he could do it because he looked like he could do it. But now that they made him all baby,
but that was the point of him. He's not supposed to look like that. He did it. That's why like he got so much shit on by all the Avengers.
I know, the thing is he got shit on throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, that was kind of the
point. My nerves.
That was kind of the point.
Like it.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay, even just the smallest things where I'm like, really, that's what took you down? Part of why I call him Spider Kitty is because, well, even this came out even before I saw the movie. I was looking at all the trailers and I was like, why does he seem so like submissive to Tony Stark? And so as a joke, I started calling him Kitty because of that. Because of the submission factor. Then I actually saw the movie, and he gets taken down by his own parachute.
Well, mean,
and he literally looked like a kitten that has been tied up in a bag and thrown into the river to drown. That's the thing you do with cats. That's another kitten point.
Let's not do that to kittens. Disclaimer: we don't throw kittens in bags in rivers.
Like no,
I mean, I don't. I don't know about Tori.
His grandmother does.
What?
Like he told us this once.
Oh.
Okay, it was a while back, but that was the old-fashioned way of doing it. It was really rough times. If your cat had more kittens that you could handle, then you could feed or take care of, you could either give them away or you could, wrap them up in a bag and throw them into a river. Like it was even in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. To the cartoon later, but yeah, that is
dark.
It got pretty dark, but yeah, that's the thing that happens with cats.
Let's move on.
Anyway, then, okay, this part was funny because luckily it didn't go where I think it was going when he said, like, I'm going to need the suit back. And I'm like, but he's not wearing anything under the suit. What is he going to do? But then he even said that. I was like, I'm not wearing anything. After he's crying, he's like, I'm not wearing anything under this. And he's like, okay, we'll take care of it. And he goes home in an I Survived New York t-shirt and Hello Kitty pajama bottoms. Okay, now I understand, like, a lot of showing that Spider-Man is growing as a hero is he does get stuck in something, really hard for him to get out of, but then he gets out of it because he's strong enough to. In Spider-Man 2, that was a train.
I was just thinking that maybe we should have...
It was some rubble. It was concrete.
What?
In this movie, like some debris, like some concrete from the floor above him just comes down on him and he's pinned. And what does he do? Because I thought, like, come on, you have super spider strength. Like, you can do this. But he's like, help me. Like, he's literally crying for help, like a little baby.
Wait,
and I was like,
okay,
oh my
so
God.
what point in the movie was this?
big, he can do this moment is him just trying to get out of some rubble.
I don't remember this scene.
Oh, it was pretty climactic. It was towards the end when Vulture says, like, I'm going to do my plan anyway, and he breaks all the supports of the floor above them, and it crushes him. And so Peter's squished, and did you go to the bathroom at any point during the movie?
Actually, yeah, I really had to pee.
You might have been in the bathroom. Okay, when did you go to the bathroom?
Let's see, it was right after the prom scene, actually.
Okay, right after the prom scene. And when did you come back?
Spider-Man was on the plane.
That's what happened.
Oh.
That's what happened when you were in the bathroom. And he literally starts crying and calling for help.
Huh.
Like a baby. His mask in the water. And he's like, it's like, oh, I don't need help. I can lift it. And then he does. I'm like, yeah, I already knew that. It's been well established that you have this strength. So that wasn't a big surprise that he can lift some rubble.
Man,
I did like
you need to give the kid a break, yo. He's a kid. Come on. It's like 12
for Spider-Man. Jeez. I have expectations for Spider-Man.
Well, you know, your expectations when Spider-Man has this fucking spider foo thing, and he can like dodge everything without even seeing things. He doesn't have spider foo yet.
He doesn't have spider foo yet. I know, it's disappointing. I miss spider foo. But okay, one thing I did like the plane scene, and I did like the boat scene, even though he totally messed up the boat scene. But I don't mind that he messed up the boat scene. Yeah. I don't mind.
He would have been 98% successful, but he rolled that natural one and totally biffed.
Fully fell apart. Oh. But I feel like those two parts should have been switched because it's about stakes. The stakes with the plane, okay, because I was thinking, oh no, what is so dangerous if Vulture gets this plane? He's going to steal literally one box from Tony Stark and sell it. We don't know
with the plane.
He was going to get hurt.
Everything of Tony Stark's
thing. He's literally said like one thing, and he's set for life, and then he never has to, mess with him again.
That's like all I need is one thing, and I get riches. Imagine what I do with the whole plane. We're kind of establishing how much worth is in it.
If he was trying to steal like everything in the plane, well, he can't lift everything in the plane. It's not like he had a.
That's why he was going to steal the whole plane.
Take the stuff.
That's why he was just going to steal the whole plane.
He was not going to steal the whole plane. Then he would have gone to the cockpit, but he did not go to the cockpit.
He did though. He totally went to the cockpit.
A phaser underneath where the sword was, so he could. What was the point of the phaser? He got in and he was going to steal stuff and he was going to take it out.
The point of the phaser was so he could get in the plane.
He did steal all the things.
He was gonna steal. He did go in the cockpit. He adjusted the autopilot so he could go elsewhere, and that's what the drone thing, the decoy drone. That's what that was for. So that they would see that the plane would be still on the path, and then the plane would actually be elsewhere.
Either way, let's say Spider-Man failed, or let's say he obeyed Tony Stark like a good kitten and didn't mess with it anymore, and Vulture had succeeded in stealing his stuff.
He would have a shit ton of arc reactors. And a bunch of Iron Man.
Sold it.
Oh man, the Vulture suit would have been okay, what probably would have happened is all that alien tech would have been combined with the Iron Man suit. Oh man. Could you imagine?
That would have been cool.
That would have been badass.
That would have been cool if he did steal it and then made his big thing, and then they had to fight that. But no, he stopped the plane. Versus the boat where like thousands or at least hundreds of people were going to die immediately. The stakes felt higher, so I feel like the boat would have been better as a conclusion instead of in the middle. I feel like
but then they wouldn't have like the final fight with the big bad.
Big bad on a boat. Or at least about a boat?
Vulture got away.
Dark Knight, a much better movie where they saved the big boat for the end with the bad guy, because that's a much more conclusive, like, high stakes, you know.
I thought the end of it was the bomb, and one of them had what's her face in it.
Middle. Exactly, because there were two people, the stakes were low, well, relatively low. They were high to Batman, but that was in the middle. Towards the end. I'm just saying that the boat part should have been towards the end, and the plane part should have been in the middle.
Well, I mean, I think the reason why in the Batman, why the boat was in the end, because the plan was to destroy the boat full of people, while in the Spider-Man movie, the boat scene, like the part where the boat gets cut in half, wasn't exactly part of the plan. That was just an accident.
That's true.
And that's why it would kind of be lame, whereas like the big conclusion, the big epic fight was as a result of an accident. That would have been kind of lame.
Like, it wouldn't have had to been an accident. It could have been like.
I mean, would Spider-Man
it would have made sense if they switched
better
it.
If the train scene was at the very end?
On Spider-Man 2 aren't strong as it is, but also I wasn't comparing the train to like as a finale. I was meant the train thing of what Peter has to go through.
More than what the Spider-Man. But you could easily compare the train to the boat. And it was like, that's how strong they are. But like, what if would you want the train scene in Spider-Man 2 to be at the end?
Because here's the thing, in Spider-Man 2, the stakes at the end were even bigger than the train.
Yeah, this could be big. Stakes at the end of this could be bigger. It's like all that Tony Stark loot had been stolen. I would go on the streets. Don't need that in the streets, yo. And super vulture suit, we don't need that.
His drones already, hang out in the streets. I thought was a little bit weak. They set up that he's been stealing his technology for years and selling it, and no one's noticed. I'm like, well,
it's because he established that been doing it under the radar, low key, not the God, but like on the DL.
We haven't seen the consequences of that. I feel like it would have been stronger if we'd seen the consequences.
I mean, the consequences was like Spider-Man showing up and then almost ruining everything.
Selling it, yeah. That's another thing. Every time Peter tried to do something, he ended up almost ruining things. And I understand that for like the beginning. I'm like messing up the whole time. So, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it that much. I feel like he's not my favorite Peter Parker, but that's just my opinion. I have different expectations.
I mean, let's be honest. Is Peter Parker even a good character in general?
He is a good character in general.
I mean, do I need to bring up the deal with the devil for Aunt May? Oh, can we at least establish that it's a good thing that we don't have to see Uncle Ben dying again? They barely mention Uncle Ben. I was like, fucking yes.
They just mentioned that.
It was like obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Aunt May doesn't need this on top of what happened. And it's like, okay, at least they brought it up. Mm-hmm. Okay, also Aunt May. I think the writers of the movie listened to everyone, was like, yo, Aunt May's hot. What's up with that? And the writers were like, let's make that a running joke in the first half of the movie.
Let's make everyone hit on her. Like the waiters, just like everyone.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Tony. It's like, what are you wearing? Something skimpy, I hope. That was kind of funny. Like, no matter what they did, because I noticed they try to make her wear like, high-waisted pants and old lady glasses. Maybe that'll make her seem older and less attractive. Well, they were wrong.
Well, it made her look a bit older, but less attractive? Not really.
More attractive. Let's see what else. So Aunt May, yeah, she's really hot. She was too hot.
Yeah, true.
With the Peter Parker.
I was okay with the Peter because he was still new. He's still new, and it showed that he was new.
I don't like that though. It's kind of like my problem with a lot of X-Men things, like just in general, like the comics, the movies, where they take in a new kid, and I know eventually that the kid is gonna do one of two things. They're gonna either learn to control their powers and become a member of the team, or they're going to die. It's gonna happen.
You didn't really like X-Men Evolution, did you?
Well, that's different. That's when they changed it so that they're all in high school, but like eventually in the comics, come on, they all die at least once.
I don't read comic books. Especially not X-Men comic books.
Like anything where like someone gets their new powers and I'm just waiting for them to like do cool stuff with it, but they have to go through and go, oh no, I don't know what to do. I'm a monster. What do I do? And like I've seen it all before. I just really want to skip over that.
I liked how it showed that Peter's like, oh, he's a kid. He's going to make bad decisions because kids make bad decisions, and they get in over their head because kids do that. And also, it shows that he doesn't know what he's doing half the time because he's still new to the whole superhero thing. But he's got the whole New York spirit, and I like that. It shows that he's actually a character and not just like a comic book hero. As funny as that
comic book hero.
As funny as that sounds, it makes him more relatable as a character. Because if let's say Tori, you got like you found out you could be a superhero, you're not going to be awesome man right off the bat. You're going to be a little shaky. You're going to make some wrong decisions. You're probably going to get in over your head, trying to get Senpai's approval.
I assure you, if my dream powers ever actually come to fruition, I'm not going to be a baby about it. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to run to the Ancient One being like, oh, please tell me the ways of the magic. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. You say that now, but yeah, you will.
When it happens. I do have dream powers.
Dream powers? Or like, are you saying like what your powers would be if you could choose, or like your powers are dreams? Your powers are dreams. Like you do dream powers, like you go in other people's dreams?
It's not there yet, but I wish. But yeah, that's what my dream power would be.
I'd want flight.
If I were writing, flight is really good. But if I were writing my whole dream power story,
I just want wings.
I would write maybe one scene where I'm struggling when I'm new, but then I would get to where like I'm actually good at it, and I can do
Mary Sue, whatever.
It's comic book. It's my comic book. I can do what I want in my Mary Sue comic book.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be good.
If I do the opposite, where I'm like just crying all the time about my own powers, that
would
also
make your character relatable and not like instantly amazing at your powers. Just make it relatable.
It worked for the Sam Raimi films, and everyone.
Did it work though? It was campy as fuck though.
Yeah, but like we actually got to see him do cool stuff with his powers.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call them good movies. They're fun movies, but they're not good.
Watch them to see how good they are.
I've seen all three in theater.
It's been a very long time.
Like they're fun.
10 years.
I will admit they're fun movies. Are they good? No. But they're still a good popcorn film. Willem Dafoe in a fucking Power Rangers style Green Goblin mask. That's not good. That's fun.
All right.
It was fun.
All right. So Spoderman, like, what do you give you guys like final rating for this movie, at the very least? If we've exhausted Spoderman.
I give it a guy in a chair out of 10.
A real rating.
That is my real rating. Guy in the chair out of 10.
Oh, like you need a number.
No. That's my rating. Guy in a chair out of 10.
Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Doesn't need to make sense.
Is a pair of little kitty socks with ice cream on them out of 10.
All right, you want a real rating? I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10.
All right.
It's no Deadpool, but it's still a good movie.
I do want this Spider-Man in Deadpool to meet. I did love the effects on his eyes. I do love the, the eyes have expressions.
Was super legit.
Oh, he get his eyes to look like that.
Tony Stark technology, yo.
Yeah, but that's kind of dumb.
The black is like metal visors. What's dumb is how like it doesn't always zoom into focus. Sometimes he's just, oh, I'm shocked. And the eyes widen.
It's supposed to just like show expression, so it doesn't.
And I enjoy that. I like it how the Deadpool's mask does that, and I like that Spider-Man's mask does that.
It's a nice effect. Like if you were to read like if you were to read like old Iron Man comics, like the suit would actually have expression because they need to show expression, but it's the Iron Man suit. You can't have that show expression. So they really didn't have that in the movies because it's an Iron Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have expression.
But you had RPJ's voice.
Right. That's why that's why it's like they had shown his face in the suit. It's like so they can show expression.
And even then, sometimes we'd just be floating there, and you could just tell he's mad, even though the mask has no expression. But he's like, "What did I tell you?"
Yeah. It's just it was a nice touch, so they didn't have to have him constantly remove the mask. So it's just like gotta have the FaceTime
all the time. He could just do most of his lines in a booth, and they can animate those.
Done? We're done with Spider-Man?
Yeah, we're just about done.
We're done with the... Wait, okay. No, there's one more thing I want to say. I did like what happened to Tony at the end.
He finally banged that man.
Just step away for like a little bit longer, because the end, it's spoilerish ending. I want to say what I liked about the ending.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to see this movie. I've already said I'm not going to see any Marvel movies.
Okay, I liked that Tony got back with Pepper, and I loved that Tony said, "Hey, you know what, Peter? I'm sorry for taking away your suit. Here's a better suit, and you can be an Avenger." And Peter said,
"Yes.
No. Oh." And I was like, yes! He turned him down. See, I cannot explain to you why in any story.
How surprised were you when Gwyneth Paltrow was in that movie?
Dumb things were good.
I was surprised as all hell that Gwyneth Paltrow was at the end of that movie.
I was like, oh, she's back, and oh, they're engaged. I'm like, oh my god, they got back together. I really thought it was over.
Yeah,
I really thought it was over.
Because like the whole behind the scenes thing with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Like behind the scenes, yeah, the fact that like she doesn't want to do it anymore, and even within universe, that Tony. Okay, that's the thing that I was kind of upset wasn't addressed. Like Spider-Man aside, however, Spider-Man acts as whatever. The fact that like he's so eager to join the Avengers, and he doesn't even know there's not even a team left to join. Move in, you can be next to Rhodey. I mean, you can be next to Vision. I'm like, yeah, because there's like no one else in the house. funny if like he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll be an Avenger," and he's like, "Great," and he's like, "So when do I get to meet everybody?" Ooh, you don't, because they're actually either in prison or in exile.
Got to unmute myself on the other one. Yeah, that's. I don't know. As the Sam Raimi ones were okay to me. Like they weren't the best of movies, but like they were okay. But
Ryan's not here. I can say this. So I saw that one and I had my feelings. And then today I was just channel surfing and Amazing Spider-Man 2 was on. And I was just like, yes, now I can relax.
I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Those are kind of dumb.
I like those. That's the thing. Those are my style. I like those. And a lot of people didn't like those, which means, of course, they love Homecoming. It's the opposite of everything that was Amazing Spider-Man.
I mean, I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, but I don't like anything else about it.
You saying you don't like Jamie Foxx as what's his face?
Electro.
Electro.
Yeah, I don't.
I love Electro.
The Amazing Spider-Man movies. I didn't see the second one, but the first one, it goes in that same thing as they're fun, but they're not good.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't.
But
that's the thing. That's my style. The Amazing Spider-Man movies.
It's fun in a different way than the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies were fun.
Yeah.
It's like the Sam Raimi ones had strengths and weaknesses that are the opposite of the Andrew Garfield ones. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not really keen on any superhero movie, but I mean, if you say it's good, then that's all up to you guys. And was that the one piece of information that you would get from this movie is that Spider-Man's not an Avenger? That like the one piece of information that they give you?
Like, for what?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, Marvel movies, they have to have one piece of information.
Married.
Is that the one?
It's the one.
Maybe.
That's gonna feed into Infinity Wars for sure.
Yeah, like, cool. I would spend an hour watching this movie, and now I'm just like, okay, cool, he's on Avenger. I do not get why people still like these movies that are just like, hey, let's watch all these movies that like relate to one small thing. I don't know. I guess I'm just being salty, but whatever.
But the trailer for Black Panther though.
I don't care, because there's going to be one piece of information in that movie that's going to relate to this one
Vibranium. That's probably going to be the
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Oh, dude. Cool. Maybe he has the soul gem.
What, Black Panther?
Because that's the only one that's missing.
Huh.
I like Spider-Man in Marvel vs. Capcom. About it. Black Panther will play well in the new Marvel game. Who cares about that game anymore now that Dragon Ball's out?
No, it looks the Dragon Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite looks bad.
Well, the Marvel characters look good. Okay, so
do they though? They look alright.
Well, they look better than compared to the Capcom characters.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, I guess it's opt that Tori had to BRB, because we're going to talk about
Doomfist. Not voiced by Terry Crews. Which makes me sad.
I didn't really care if he was voiced by whoever, as long as he wasn't an offensive character. Oh, wait.
No, he's an offensive character. I mean, it makes sense that he's an offensive character given his moveset.
I would have rather him be a tank. I'd rather been him another divey tank like Winston.
Nah.
But nope. The offense class keeps getting offense. It's like, okay. I would have loved if he was a support. Healing people with his punches. Could you imagine, like, you have Zen and Mercy, like, healing on one team, and it's just like, nah, bitch, just punch him for heals. That would have been great, but...
Instead of Terra Cruz, we have Sargaja. Did I pronounce it right? I don't know if I pronounced it right.
Probably did.
Probably not.
But he's a damn good voice actor.
He's a super legit voice actor.
I think he fits that role better than Terra Cruz would.
Probably. Which is why I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah. So if you want, we can just go down the rundown of like his moveset and all that stuff.
He's got an uppercut.
He's got a Shoryu. He's got his main thing. His
dash slam.
His rocket punch, which it's not
rocket punch.
Not a real rocket punch, but I'll take it. I guess
it's like a falcon punch.
Yeah, it's more like a falcon punch. He's got his seismic slam. His hand cannon, quite literally.
Yeah, he shoots shotgun shells out of his knuckles.
Yeah. And his ult is Meteor Strike, which is really cool.
He jumps up into the air and then slams down Iron Man style. Iron Man poster style.
Anywhere. Like, just even if you're indoors. Like,
yep, he's there.
It's like, oh, okay. It's a little...
Saxton Hale style, that shit.
It's a little bullshit, but I mean, it fits the character. Yeah, he gets shields for every time he uses his abilities, so he's a big ability focused character.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
that
like
overpowered.
He relies on his abilities. Like, he relies on his abilities more than anything. He's literally a fighting game character in Overwatch because his bread and butter combo is a Shoryu into seismic slam into fist, or you can fist Shoryu into seismic slam. You're gonna want to get people near a wall if you're going to fist them, which is yeah. If you're gonna rocket punch them, get them to a wall because that's what kills them. The knockback kills them, not the initial fist, because the initial fist only does like half of their damage, half of their health. It's the wall that does the wall bounce, so you want to play near walls and focus, like, of course, like the back line. He's really susceptible to Sombras. Like, Sombras can wreck his day because he doesn't have reload on his primary, so he's reliant on like that slowly charging up, and it's like 4 shots per. So if he gets his abilities taken away, he effectively gets his shields taken away. For every time he uses a shield, every time he uses an ability, he gains 30 shields, I think. That deplete over time, or if you do damage on him. So he basically is shieldless, and he's, just susceptible to just getting wrecked. Roadhog can fucking take him out. Of course, the snipers can, since he's an offense hero, he can just be killed by like a sniper quite easily. If he's out of position, he can get wrecked really hard. If he doesn't get his wall bounce, he can get wrecked pretty hard. He's a bit like Roadhog in that if he misses his hook, if he misses his fist, then you can just wreck him. His mobility is fucking nuts. Like, Jesus Christ, he's so much fun to play with. But like I said, his mobility is just nuts. Like, he can use his Shoryu to get up onto most platforms. And comboing into his seismic slam can like get you halfway across the map. Then using his fist, his rocket punch, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, Doomfist is just a fun character. I really wish he wasn't offense, but like if they just gave him like 600 flat health, made him a little bit bigger, made his hit, because he has a huge hitbox. That's one of his downfalls. Like he's one of the heroes that has like a bigger hitbox in the offensive class, so you can easily get him with a lot like a distance shot, so you want to keep your distance at him as well. But he can easily close that distance with his rocket punch and all that stuff. But like keeping your like what is it, like spacing and all that stuff, you should be fine to get against Doomfist. Yeah. I'm really hoping that he does well with a lot of different comps. Like Arissa can take him on as well, since she's literally been designed to deal with Doomfist. So I think that's gonna Farrah can kill him, because his Shuryu is funny, because if Genji's double jumping or if Farrah's like even flying in the air, he bounces back. So it basically hits the hitbox, doesn't do any damage to them, and Doomfist gets hit back. So you're gonna see Farrah's be played a lot. You're gonna see like Sombra's be played a lot. Maybe not that much of Orisa, like unless they buff her damage or something like that. But like
increase her damn bullet speed.
Yeah, at least like you're gonna see those characters be played like at lower levels. But yeah, Doomfist will definitely change up the meta when it comes to the pro players, and a lot of the pro players already like him. So he's gonna be getting some good stuff too. Jeff Kaplan recently did a thing on the Overwatch forums where he was like, "Hey, we hear all your complaints about dive comp, because I think he's gonna be a very good dive comp character, since he can go in with Winston and basically fuck your back line." So I mean, you're gonna be seeing like maybe Winston, Diva, Doomfist. You can switch it with Tracer, Genji for the other offensive hero, Zenyatta, and Ana, and Lucio. Like those are the like your healers that you can pick from. Like I think that's what's gonna be for the next kind of like dive compy situation. But Jeff Kaplan's like, yeah, we hear your complaints about dive comp, and we're gonna try to fix some of the characters that are really dive comp heavy. And one of the things he said, we might do some changes with Roadhog again, maybe buff him a little bit more, because man, it really sucks playing Roadhog. Yeah. And a lot of things that people been floating around is like, hey, like we can just increase his or decrease his hook time, and maybe like give him something, because like right now he's just like a bullet sponge, essentially.
Pretty much.
Like he's a bullet sponge unless you have like a good, well-rounded team. Because if you have a good, well-rounded team, like Roadhog is still good, because you can just hook him into your shit instead of like one-shotting people. But again, that's if. It's a big if. Of course, they're getting changes to Mercy, because everyone's bitching about Mercy now. There hopefully changes to SR. It's just a bunch of different stuff that Overwatch is going to be changing. So hopefully news coming in about that soon. But I don't know when Doomfist is going to be released. Hopefully it's on the side of the event so we can get a new skin. They've already confirmed that Doomfist is going to get a summer game skin, or like a summer type skin. So that hints at like the next event being like Summer Games 2 or something like that. But who knows? It'll be good. Just glad that he's finally released, so people can stop bitching about when is it going to be released.
Now we have
there's like a character that's like, call him Herbert or Hubert or something like that. That's like
the chimpanzee character.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't think he's gaining any hype, at least not from my side. But the thing I like about Doomfist is that he's moving the story along, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Like the whole thing with Winston and Tracer and Genji and all them fighting him was really fucking, whoever animated that cinematic, fucking good job.
Yeah, it was like, pretty good.
Like, goddamn, that looks so. It looked like the guys who did the Boondocks, like that kind of art style, or like kind of like the newer Marvel shows that they're showing, like the newer Marvel animated shows.
The Marvel anime
looks a bit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like that looks really good. it just looks fucking great. Like Doomfist is good. Everything's just good, man. We finally Overwatch is good except for everything else that's wrong. Don't look at that though. Just ignore that. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Doomfist and Overwatch.
His voice is sexy as fuck.
His voice is really good. Got that really good, like, deep African accent. That's fucking perfect for Doomfist.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, people are kind of salty about Terry Crews, and Terry Crews even spoke out about this, but...
He was like, yeah, sorry about that, guys.
I mean, like,
hey,
I honestly did not think that they would get Terry. Like, I 100% knew that it wasn't going to be. Because Blizzard likes to make their own stuff. They don't have a lot of outside influence. Unless it's like...
and that's why they took the butt victory pose away.
Yeah.
Wait.
And well, but they replaced it with something equally as better, I think.
It's still not the butt emote.
Yep. Okay. I think that's it because we're already at an hour and a half. So I think we could call that a podcast.
I think that's a podcast.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, people. Make sure.
Good night, everybody.
Enjoy your games. Enjoy your movies.
Make sure to like us on Facebook, to follow us on our Instagrams and our Twitters and Twitches, twitch.tv/TomHypeStar, twitch.tv/SilverFistin101. Follow Tori at MamaDonovan.tumblr.com, right? Is that still that? That's still that, right? Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we have a public Discord. Discord's always open to anyone. We just talk around, meme if you want, play some games with us if you want, or if
except for you, Dave.
Yeah, Dave Matthews Band.
Fucker. No, not Dave Matthews Band.
I fucking hate the Dave's Matthews Band.
Why?
I don't know. I figure if you name your band after your name, it's kind of like.
Well, what about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers?
I fucking hate Tom Petty.
What?
The only
What about Bon Jovi?
What about Smash
really
Mouth?
Bon Jovi. Wait, what?
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah, what about Smash Mouth and their lead singer Smash Mouth
like
guy?
The one song Bon Jovi has that keeps fucking playing on the radio that I hate is "Living on a Prayer." Take my hand, heaven make this way. Fuck off.
That song.
So, and they're great.
Nah, I love.
What about?
What about Van Halen?
Van Halen.
Okay, never mind. I like Van Halen a whole lot.
What about?
Jimi Hendrix is alright.
Jimi Hendrix. What
The
about?
Jimi Hendrix Experience. Can't think
Shit. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
What about Hootie and the Blowfish?
Is his
What?
name really Hootie?
No.
Oh.
It was Darius Rucker, but people call him Hootie because I'm like, oh yeah, you're Hootie, right? And these are your Blowfish. There was a whole Key and Peele sketch about that, and
Of course, Key and Peele made a sketch about that.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
All right.